JKG. Pull or no pull?
Hey guys, JKG here, back with another One Punch Man video, and today is another episode of Pull or No Pull. I've missed this one last month, so I apologize for that. And yeah, today is actually the 31st, so tomorrow the new character will be released. So it will be the first ever SSR Plus in the global or the C server. So SSR Plus, let's see what he can do before we decide whether to pull for him or not. So let's take a look at his stats first. So one thing to note for all SSR Plus, the attack, defense and HP for all SSR Plus units are the same. So all SSR Plus until now will have 585 attack, 148 defense, and then 3.5k HP. Yeah, so just to show you guys, currently there are about, let's see, there's 10 right now. As you can see, even the free-to-play one, Bakazan, and every others, the HP, attack and defense are all the same. Only thing difference is the speed. So for Child Emperor, 105 is actually considered pretty high, because there's a lot that is lower than 105. If this one is even slower, 96, it's 98. King is the highest at 120, which is the same as LSSR Sonic. King is also slower. Yeah, even the new Garo that will be coming out. I haven't done the skills and translations, so watch out for that. So yeah, for Child Emperor, 105 is actually considered quite high. Okay, so let's get back to the skills. So for the skills, this is his basic attack. So note that because of the high base attack for SSR Plus characters, so these damage multipliers will be also really high, which means they'll be doing a lot higher damage compared to normal units. So attacks a single target with 2 strikes, 120% attack. And then ultimate, so the ultimate attacks all enemies, which is pretty good. 5 hits, 250% attack, which is really high. And then on top of the base, high base attack of the SSR Plus, and then add on their gears, which gives attack percent and stuff like that. Then this ultimate will be doing a lot of damage to all enemies, and also reduce max HP of the target one enemy by 20% for 2 rounds. HP will be immediately reduced. Yeah, so pretty high damage. Okay, so for the keepsake, if you have the keepsake, the ultimate damage increases to 300%, and then the max HP reduction will will be increased to 30% instead of just 20%. Okay, so let's take a look at the passive. So passive is Mech Pilot. When battle begins, increase the crit of his roll by 25%, so the 2 characters on his side, 25% increase crit for 2 rounds, and then permanently grants himself immunity against burn, field, injury or internal injury, which is quite important because currently the meta is using a lot of force field attacks from the Tatsumakis and a lot of other characters. And then injury and internal injury, quite a lot of units have those as well. So permanent immunity against this is pretty crazy. Yeah, but even though it's just on himself, so he can even be placed on the front row as well as a tank. And then this is the gimmick of SSR Plus characters. So all SSR Plus characters will have this additional skill called Awaken Passive. So the Awaken Passive of CE, what it does is when battle begins, summons an underdog man robot. You can refer to my skills and translations video of Child Emperor. I think I linked a video on how the robot works. So basically the robot will have 100% the basic attack of Child Emperor, which is the stats that I showed just now, which is pretty high. And then after any allies action, the robot will deal direct damage to enemy with the lowest HP ratio by 200% of the attack, and then at the same time heals an ally with the lowest HP ratio by 25%. That's a quarter of the HP. Yeah, this is a pretty good passive, high damage. So yeah, this for the first 3 rounds, this robot deals damage to your enemy and also heals an ally with the lowest HP, which is, yeah, I think it's pretty good. So let's move on to the pros and cons as usual. So for the pros, I would say that because he's the first SSR Plus unit for this month of PvP in the live clash, I think you'll basically dominate if you have him against people who don't, because of his high base stats, his insane damage. So if you have him and your opponent doesn't have, yeah, I think the chances of winning will be a lot higher, especially for games that doesn't have a ban, like a lower ranked games. Yeah, and then he's an all attacker with insane damage, so I think the next few SSR Plus, like Boros and even Bakuzan, not sure whether he will be available for free as like they did in the Chinese server, but those two are column attackers. And then after that I forgot who it is, but I think the next all attacker is probably Silver Fang. Oh no, I think it's Giryu Ganshuk. So yeah, for SSR Plus all attacker, I think it's quite valuable because of the damage that they do. And then also can reduce an enemy's max HP by 20%, immunity to all these debuffs, which is quite prevalent in the current meta. Also 25% heal to lowest HP ally. Yeah, so I think he's really good with this whole list of pros here. For the cons, actually I wouldn't say that there's too much cons. One thing is there will be better units, better SSR Plus in the future, like Carnage Kabuto, Metal Bat I think is better. So yeah, for the cons, there's not too many because he is really good. So for free to play, I would say can consider. I don't have a definite answer because all SSR Plus are really strong. All of them are like one tier above all the LSSRs currently, maybe except a few like Gilwin, Awakened Tatsu. But most SSR Plus, I wouldn't say it's wrong to summon for any of them. So if you have enough tickets, I would say Child Emperor is quite a good option to go for. And then if you're a Dolphin, a moderate spender, my advice, if you want to listen, is don't spend any more money on this game. Don't let them have enough money to continue developing these lazy gameplay events and whatever things. But if you really have a lot of spare cash that you want to dump somewhere other than crypto or any investment, if you want to dump them here, then the daily R&D limited pack would be a good option. I don't buy these anymore, but when I did, I actually got quite a few times the 12 tickets. So I think overall this is quite valuable. And then of course the stage benefit. So if you go to like story mode thingy, you can click on the stage benefit. There's this boss fun deluxe. So if you get the deluxe one, you unlock the second row, which gives you actually 20 tickets for 26 Singapore dollars. So that is like 10 plus USD, which is I think quite cheap for 20 tickets. So if you haven't gotten this, you can consider. And yeah, I think that's about all for the video. So I apologize for not having a definite answer to whether to summon on this or not, but because in the future, all SSR Plus are all equally strong. I mean, not really equally, but they are all quite strong in some ways. So whether you summon or not also depends on what team you are running, what units you currently have. The main thing to say is it's your game. Play with it how you like. Play like how you enjoy it. If you like the character, even if it's not meta, you can go for it as long as it makes you happy. And yeah, I think that's all for the video today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you hit that like button and also subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you won't miss future videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.